All right, now we're live. Golly, good morning. Welcome to Wake Up Real Estate, TGIF, follow-up Friday. Ryan and I just got talking youth soccer in the green room and lost track of time a little bit. But thanks for hopping on. I screwed up the scheduling thing, so the event was showing up as tomorrow. We've never done a show on Saturday. Probably not something that will ever happen, quite honestly, with our kids and schedules.
We'll be busy at youth soccer.
Yeah. Tegan has 4 games this weekend, 2 each day. Anyways, that's not what you come here for. You come here on Fridays in particular for follow-up thoughts, ideas, examples, etc., which I am going to get into in a minute. But first, Ryan's social post the day.
Very quick. Post the highest sold price of a property so far this year. So I just grabbed that out of NMLS. The highest sold price of a property so far in 2024 is this amount for this property. If you'd like to know what your house can sell for in today's market, text home value report to this number, which is a KV4 text code that'll bring them down the stream. If you want to see what that text code does, you can text that if you want.
Sneaky little, very effective, small thing. You know, small hinge swings big doors. That little red circle is it's a pattern interrupter, right? It'll get people to stop the scroll and maybe check out what it is that you're talking about. And
you can do this almost every day. You can do the highest or the lowest sold price this week or whatever.
This also would make for a great short form video. Like you could make a 15 to 30 second short video following this kind of framework every day.
Yep.
You know,
and run your whole business around that idea. Yep.
Yeah. You can feature the highest sold price, the lowest sold price, pick a random price reduction, pick a foreclosure that just.
Plus, you could just do listing of the day and do a short about the listing of the day and just talk about it and be done. Yep.
And you literally, it could be a green screen video every day. You could pull up the listing on your phone and have a scrolling video green screen, or just have a static image green screen. And if you'd like to see how I do those and how I edit those and where I post, etc., we have a short form video training at wakeup.realestate under member resources. Yeah. So you can follow along there. And I was posting a reel before we went live here. It was a static image that I turned into a reel. That's one of the 4 reel types. A static image that you can turn into a reel, just some background music and some stickers, a green screen, a live to camera, and I am forgetting the 4th kind. I don't remember, but maybe it'll come back to me.
It's in there somewhere.
Yeah, it's in that training for you. It's soup to nuts, and we built it in a way where it's me on my actual phone, so you can see the functionality on the phone as I am doing those. Andrew says might be a good test for using ManyChat to autorespond if someone types sold in the comments. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it could be ManyChat, or there are CRMs that are building in some of that same functionality right into the CRM. So several ways that you could potentially do that.
I haven't looked at ManyChat in a very long time.
You know, we have been around for a long time, Ryan, because some of this stuff I when I go back and review, and sometimes I'll see like when I signed up for something, and I'm like, how could I have signed up for that 8, 9, 10, 13 years ago? It's mind-boggling, some of it for sure. Okay. 2 things I wanted to share on the follow-up front. Number 1 is my email newsletter template for today.
It's Friday.
As Ryan is having some fun on a Friday with the StreamYard functionality. I'll be honest, being a little lazy today. I took a email newsletter template that I have seen get higher than normal open and click-through rate and just tweaked it again. I think I shared this one probably 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I sent it again. I updated it and off we went. So it is all of the recently price reduced homes here in Central PA. So I took an updated screenshot of the KV Core results. I updated the numbers. So TGIF, Ryan, it says friend because this is the preview mode, but it'll pull in their first name. As of this morning, there are 374 properties, including 82 new builds, available that have had a recent price drop, ranging in price from $24,900 to $2.65 million. Yes, there are a few properties here that are in the millions. Not many,
Wow.
but tap here to check them out now. Please share with anyone you know who might be interested. Thanks, Josh. And then the PS, who do you know that might be interested in getting down payment assistance to purchase a home this spring or summer? So I was just weaving in a little curiosity creating question there. We know that this works great as a text script, so why not include it in the PS there? And we'll get some people that hopefully reply and say me, or we might get some folks that reply and say, well, so-and-so was at work talking about buying a home, but they didn't have enough down payment or whatever. So a little hook in there. And then our catch-alls thinking about buying a home, got a home to sell, and then the social, my social links and my signature file. And one other thing that I changed for this, I didn't realize if you're using Get Response, okay, we talked a week or two ago about the updating your DKIM settings and having to use a domain that you a branded domain or like a domain that you own, right? So there have been some changes that you've got to make to improve deliverability, and so I had done that in my account here, but what I hadn't done, I didn't even realize. So I tried something new this week. The from address was my domain, josh@joshvips.com, but the reply to I had not changed. And I don't know if it'll make a difference or not. I don't know. But I just hadn't realized it. Yeah, it might. So the from and the reply to I made the same for this week, and we'll see if it affects the stats at all. The early click rate is pretty good. All things considered. So we'll see. We'll see what the final numbers end up being on this, but it's a great one that you can swipe and deploy. Some other ideas that I was thinking about doing: pool homes. I'll probably do that on a day where it's a little bit nicer here in Central PA, maybe when the sun's shining. A list of all the available pool homes. You could do open houses. And you could do new construction. You could do waterfront, right? Any curated list is a very easy go-to weekly email newsletter that you can send out. And the cool thing with that is if you're using something like KV Core, it will also feed your KV Core dashboard with activity, because when people that are already in your KV Core database that are coming back to look at properties, it'll populate in there and it'll give you a warmer list of people that you can follow up with personally by phone, by text, by video text or video email, or just personally. Maybe you even personally send them a piece of direct mail, which was the next thing that I wanted to explore as a follow-up. Yeah. Is am I sharing? No. Here. So we continue to we have automated direct mail with thanks.io going every day, a little bit every day. And this one, this is, I don't know what step this is in our automated follow-up. Let's see here. That's one day? No. Touch number one? Why did that go to 44 people?
Test.
I don't know. I'll have to figure out with Mike why that went to how we got that 44 that it went to. But we sent 44 and we got 3 scans.
Cool. What was it?
Pretty good hit rate. So it is pretty tried and true.
CI list one, huh?
How much a buyer might pay see how much a buyer might pay for, and then the street address of the property today. Scan the QR code to get 4 different automated valuations and make your own adjustments based upon property features.
This seems to be the one that's working best overall, just across multiple users and the feedback we're getting. So if you want listings and interaction with homeowners, this is the one.
So it is a great follow-up if you have homeowners in your database and you want to follow up with them in a different medium or modality, but it also can make a great lead generation strategy or farming strategy where you can send that out to a targeted neighborhood or even a targeted list within that neighborhood. Maybe you use something like Remine and you filter by medium or high sell score in a particular area, and you get a curated list of, the 50 or 100 most likely to sell in, a particular zip code or a particular within a elementary school boundaries, however you want to filter it, and you send that out as a way to generate new fresh leads. Either way, it's extremely effective, and that exact template is working really well right now. And if you want help with using that or building that out for your own list or to send to your existing database, the team over at Thanks is super helpful, and Mike can even help with that too as well, depending on.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of those iList ones for people. They're fairly straightforward to set up, and I have that course at go.thanks.io/iList that walks you through exactly how to do what Josh is showing there. But yeah, the team will help you too. Josh, I have a few follow-up Fridays too.
Let me just share Chris's comment, and then I would love to hear what you got there. So Chris Harris, who she's licensed in Ohio and Kentucky, so you can send her your referrals out that way. She said this is a follow-up to the price reduced email template. She said she used this format last Friday for price reduced homes, and she got her highest open rate so far. So there's something to that. And if you want help with that, we can help you with that. And if you want to transition to using GetResponse for your weekly email newsletter, we can help you with that as well. Just reach out to Mike or use the chat widget at wakeup.realestate, and Mike can send you a little doc that we have on where you can sign up and how to clean your list, etc. And we can even jump in and help you with that. And we'll even build that first template for you if you're so inclined. Ryan, your thoughts?
So 2 follow-up things. I mentioned the real estate transactions list earlier this week. I have started building out that course. It's actually, the content's been going on. Oh man, I'm coughing here. Excuse me. The content's been going on the Inside Real Estate YouTube channel, Josh, and I'm choking back coughs here. So you can check that out over there. And then the other follow-up is that KV Core, those enhancements I talked about yesterday, Josh, I tried to show some new upgrades to KV Core that were not live yet. So that was fun.
Yeah. I usually go back and listen to the ones I missed, but just had too much going on this morning and haven't gotten to it yet.
Well, I was all ready to explain them all. I had slides and everything, but the push hadn't happened yet from the dev team. So just as a follow-up, they are live now. Some of the biggest things, we won't go into all these, are email attachments now, Josh. So when you send an email, this is a big request in KV Core, you can now add attachments directly to the email.
That's cool.
Which is kind of cool.
Be careful with that, because that can hurt deliverability or affect deliverability. Sure.
Yeah, it can. But it was something, I think it was more for, when you want to send somebody you're working with, like a contract or something like that.
Right.
It's easier than sending a Google Doc.
Here's a wonderful tech tip for you, or just strategy tip. If you send someone something like that, send a bump text or even call them to make sure they got the thing that you were trying to send to them.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been doing that a lot in my follow-ups. Did you get the thing that I sent yesterday? That kind of thing. And the other big one, I don't know if it's huge, but add emojis and media attachments to your text so you can have a little more fun.
I've been adding emojis. We've been using emojis in text messages forever. We just use the Chrome extension to add them in there. It seems like they deliver without.
Yeah, well, whatever. It's native now, and you can choose them. And then I don't know, Josh, you don't do a lot of calling, but the Smart Assistant integration when you call somebody, you can have scripts in here and you can set follow-up actions. So
pretty cool.
Where was that? Here it is, Smart Assistant call script. You can see right here. You can have your own custom prompts and things like that are put in here. So look, call-in script. It's giving it to you. I can see this being really useful for newer agents if you want to use that. That's powered by ChatGPT. So just a few quick follow-ups there on the KV Core front.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So we'll come in for a landing on the week here. We should be live all week next week, as far as I know. We'll have our normal.
I gotta fly one day, but yes, we'll be around. Yep.
Well, I'll make sure. Maybe I'll try and get a guest for that day. I say this all the time, but if you've got a great guest, someone who might be interesting and valuable for the community, we would love to have them on and pick their brain and see what value and service they can bring to all of us here. 10 a.m. Eastern is the live shows. We will be doing a mortgage info session on Tuesday. I'm going to have Jordan back on. I've been doing those with Taylor because we've been talking about things like DSCR and hard money and ground up construction. But we're gonna talk about some zero down options as we get more into sort of like the spring buying season. Wednesday we'll have our mastermind at 1 Eastern. And as always, we're working this weekend if you are, and if you need help getting someone pre-approved, or you've got somebody that would like to get a second look at or get a second opinion as far as their mortgage wants and needs, you can shoot them our way. Or if you need any of my information, etc., you can go to joshvips.com. joshvips.com.
And then for David, that transaction list course, I just made a short link for it that I'm popping up on the screen under us. So if you go to that, it'll take you to that YouTube playlist.
So Mike asks, why do I use a separate email sender for weekly email instead of using KV Core? So this is a personal choice. And for years, I used KV Core for it. The reason why I started using another service specifically just for that application is my list that I was sending to had gotten large enough that it just made sense to offload that from the KV Core platform from a deliverability perspective and even some of the more nitty-gritty tracking, etc. Now, since I've done that, KV Core has made a great deal of improvements and updates and upgrades, as Brian has been sharing the last couple weeks. And I still use KV Core for property alerts, market reports, all of the built-in behavioral automation stuff. I still use it for that. It's just that it is a wonderful all-in-one solution, but it's not necessarily intended or designed to send thousands and thousands of emails as a broadcast email. You can, but it's not, really the intended use of that. So I've taken that one thing and moved that outside of there. And yet I still have it directly integrated with KV Core because anything that someone clicks on other than my social media links in there is taking them back to my KV Core site. So it populates my dashboard with people that are, demonstrating through their behavior that we might want to follow up a little bit more intensely with them. Hope that makes sense.
It does.
Yep. So we hope you all have a great weekend. We hope activity is picking up for you as it is for at least me here in Central PA. And if you need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. If you haven't created your free account at wakeup.realestate, which we're getting a lot of people A lot of new folks checking out the site all week. Several folks signing up on a regular basis or on a daily basis. So keep that coming. And as Lo mentions on our behalf, hit the like button and subscribe. We appreciate that. Also, if you listen on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify, please rate and review it on there so we can share the love with more folks. Mike asked, so if you're sending a smaller number, you could use KB Core and then when bigger move. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like Mike, I did it for years from 2020 until November of 23. I sent it every Friday with KB Core. So, and I only made that switch when it just was like my email and get response now goes to nearly 8,000 people. And honestly, when I first pivoted to it, it was over 10,000, but it's dwindled down from there was some invalid, outdated email addresses, et cetera, because I had been building that database for quite a while. So absolutely. Use what you've got until you have like a real strong reason to do something different. Okay. Good. Ryan, thank you. Have a great weekend. Go soccer. And we'll see everybody on Monday.
See you.